What's up, YouTube? Sanchez405 coming at you again with another edition of Warpath Review, completing the defense for you today, talking about the secondary. So the corners and the safeties, they're going to be covered in one video here today, and starting out the big contract, the big free agent acquisition of Josh Norman from the Carolina Panthers. Do I like this pick? Yes and no. Reason why I like it's because I think he will bring credibility to a position where we've needed help at, and we just can't seem to get it. It looks like we're walking through the desert and just haven't found that drink of water yet. I think he could be probably the best cornerback that we've seen here since, Champ Bailey, and really, if we're looking at it, that's not saying much. But for everybody compared to Champ, let's get that straight. And I mean, look at the players he's gonna have to go, the receivers he's gonna have to go up against: Antonio Brown, Dez Bryant, Odell Beckham Jr. all in the first 3 weeks of the season. Then he's gonna have Fitzgerald or Floyd in Arizona. Jordan Nelson's back in Green Bay. They've got some speedsters in Minnesota. He's going to play AJ Green. He's also got some other big guys that he's going to have to play against here coming up this season. Of course, he's going to go against Kelvin Benjamin this upcoming year, his former teammate, and Cam Newton. So late towards the end of the season, we'll see how that goes. And for the most part, the no is basically the money. And with that, I mean, he could have been chasing the money. I don't really think so from what I've heard from him. I think he's a cool dude from what I've watched and observed of him on television and everything. He seems like a cool dude. Does he have a head about him? Yeah, especially in that Giants game where him and Odell just got into it and lost their minds. But for the most part, I think he's going to be he's going to be solid at that position. At the worst, I think he'll be solid. Rashad Breeland, this guy just keeps on improving every year. After Skins drafted him in 2014, he took on Dez Bryant a couple times, and he got burned a couple times, but that's what growing up in this league's all about. And I think he's going to do really well. And they basically have Quentin Dunbar, who was a wide receiver, and we'll see how that goes. I think that conversion has went really well. Don't forget about the rookie Kendall Fuller. He might be on the PUP list to begin. I'll have to double check that as well. But we'll see how that kid from Virginia Tech, so a local guy, Greg Toller, another local guy, will be in the position of corner as well. So that's three decent corners. Well, excuse me, not three. I just named off about four corners. So we'll have Norman. I think we'll have Breeland. So these guys, as long as Rashad can stay healthy in training camp, we just hope nothing happens like he did last year. Quentin Dunbar, I think he'll come out. He did really well in the slot for converting over there, and you gotta give Perryfield credit for that. That was his pet project, and I think he did a real good job, and we'll see how it goes from there. Also, like I said, we have Kendall Fuller, and then we have Greg Toller, who's actually another local guy. Played at St. Paul's College in Virginia, actually from D.C. St. Paul's College doesn't even have football anymore. So that's one little fun fact. And then the safeties. Some of these veteran corners, they've moved over to safety. Addition by subtraction. Will Blackman moves over to safety. He re-upped with the Skins. Will got caught with his pants down a couple times. I believe he was the corner covering Odell Beckham Jr. on that play where he just stretched out. Eli just dumped the ball perfectly to him. Granted, they still lost. We'll see on that safety, but he'll move over to safety, so we'll see how his range transfers, especially D-Hall. But the big thing is D-Hall going here. I think this will extend his career, and for what you love him, you hate him, D-Hall's a great talent. I like him. I'm usually soft to local guys, so he went to Tech, and he's from Virginia, right down the road from his home. If you want to understand D-Hall a little bit better, hopefully I can find it. But there's a 360 or E60 that he did with one of the ladies from ESPN. So it really lets you know kind of like where D Hall's coming from, and I feel like sometimes his snottiness is sometimes warranted, but not all the time. The second round pick, Sua Cravens, will be at safety as well. So we'll see. He was a linebacker, safety hybrid at USC. I think he knows a lot. Familiar with some things that Joe Barry would like to run, but the big thing is, how he will transcend with the NFL, against NFL offenses and everything, week in and week out. So if he struggles, he'll be riding the bench. But if he does well, which I think he does, I like the pick. Highest drafted safety really since LaRon Landry back in 2007. So we'll see how that goes. I'm looking forward to that. I really do want to see him in the preseason and how he does up against some of these teams. David Bruton, he was from Denver, not Terrence Garvin, who went to Pittsburgh. So I apologize for that. That was my mistake. But he's a special teams guy as well, too. And he's a pretty cool guy. I was reading some things about him. He was the Broncos' Walter Payton Man of the Year. And he was a substitute teacher for math during the 2011 off season. So pretty interesting guy, But as always, I think with starting out, it's going to be Breland, Norman. I think D Hall will be the safety starting out, and we'll see if I think Sua Cravens will get the nod. Kendall Fuller, we'll see how healthy he is in the preseason. I don't know what his status is as of yet, but we'll learn more. Jay and them had their first press conference today, so we're going to see in the coming few days who's going to what the first depth chart's going to look like and everything. The next video is going to be a real quick one. It's going to be about the specialist. So, yeah, hashtag punters are people too. But I'm going to get off of this one. These videos are coming up fast and furious. I'm almost done here. And thanks for waiting for me. As always, I love you guys. And peace, love, and hail. And I'm out.